This is Sheila and Fred from the Hatfield McCoy Museum and Adventures. And like I said, this is an Adventures. We're coming from Hardy. Now we're going to turn on to Narrows Branch, which is where I grew up. And you can see why it's called Narrows Branch. This is the mouth of the holler. It's about 3 miles long, maybe a little bit over 3 miles. And like I said, this right here was hard-topped, but where I lived, it used to be a dirt road. But it's blacktop now, so. And you can, as you can see.
Tell them what a holler is.
A holler is in between. It's a little valley, like between two mountains. As you can see here, there's mountains on both sides here. If you look right here, there's a mountain. You look over there, and there's a mountain. So we're protected basically from the storms. I guess it gets in here and gets stuck.
Usually beside the road is a creek or stream.
Yep, see that? Lots of cars going that. In fact, out that S-curve, my brother wrecked once. It was in the winter time, and he wrecked. So I remember that. But as you can see, the creek, the water gets up really high in here when it starts raining, and it doesn't stop for like a couple of days. Then the water's usually washing out and in the roads and different things. So the people up in this holler are stuck here until the water goes down enough for them to cross over it. But they try to, when they find out, back here when we find out there's going to be a storm or something, we always get prepared and get plenty of things that we need so we don't have to come out. But as you can see, this is a tight little spot. There used to be some trees here, but they cut them down. People wrecked here all the time. You can see them there where they cut them down. This curve here was always pretty bad for people wrecking right here. But as you can see, the road's not really that wide, and usually you have to pull off on one side or the other to let a person by. And we'll probably meet somebody coming or going, you know, coming out. And you'll get to see how we do it. But I'm sure some of you all know how it's done because you probably live up a holler and you know what a holler is. So. But we just have to be slow and watch what we're doing. Because some of these people, younger people, like to come out in a hurry. So we always just take our time. Because I don't drive it very often, just except when we come in, so that makes a big difference. If you drive it all the time, you kind of know everything, and you're used to it, whereas we only drive it when I come to visit my dad. So, and they refixed this here, over here, you can see where it was kind of washed out there. Here's another, up here, this holler has lots of curves, as you can tell. And we have a little church up here. You'll pass it in a little bit. And some of the homes here. And we go down another, and then the little church up here. It's on the side right here. Right there's a little church. Mom and Dad would go to it. And my grandpa. Narrows Branch. A lot of people wrecked over here too, in this part. You can see where they were kind of reinforced there so people can pull over if they have to. And around through here. You can see where the road washes out during storms and stuff. But man, when we were little, we could walk up and down this holler. Like I said, we used to walk out from the head of the holler to the mouth of the holler to the store, to Maxine's store, and get us a drink and a snack, and then we'd sit there and relax for a little bit, and then we'd walk back, ride our bikes. We could roam these hills, you know. And if my mom wanted us and we were in the hills, she'd beep a car horn. We know it's time to come home. We stayed close to where we could hear. But we always had fun. These mountains were fun.
That was back before the computers went to bake.
Yeah. Hey,
iPads.
We had, my dad grew like 3 or 4 gardens. And we even had one down here on the holler. And So what we had to do is we had to work. We come in the evenings after school and on weekends. You did not wear your school clothes. You did not wear your school shoes. And if he needed you to plow the garden, you would help hoe the garden and stuff. My brothers would do the harder stuff, but we would pull weeds and stuff and pick up rocks, and chores came before anything. And if you didn't do it, you got your tail busted. So, and up through there, you can't see it now, but as it gets more fallish, you'll be able to see our graveyard up there. That's where my mom's at. You can see it there as the leaves fall. But it's pretty. These mountains are pretty. Now here is where the blacktop would end, and all of this was dirt. And that blue house you see there, that was my grandpa's house. He lived there. He lived in that house right there. Our family cemetery is up that road right there. My grandpa lived there. And we would go by his house every day and stop and visit him. And then there used to be a big old apple tree here. Man, that was some of the best apples I've ever seen. We would eat them things all the time.
Do you know we've almost made it all the way and not met the first car?
That is strange, because usually you'll meet at least two.
Never.
Sometimes three. So that is weird. Maybe everybody's at home relaxing. But yeah, see these guys.
Or they're all waiting up here to come out at one time.
Yeah. Sometimes this little holler can get busy now. It can, you'll see people coming and going all the time. The bus couldn't, of course, make it up to our house. So we had a bus stop. So that means that we had to walk from the head of the holler down so far to get to the bus. And he would wait for us, because some days in the wintertime he knows that we'd be running late, or, you know, it's cold and slick. So, but we would walk from the head of the holler. See that white building there? That little white building? That was our bus stop building right there. And we would have to come all the way down here, and the bus would turn right there. He'd wait on us and blow the horn, and we could hear him coming. We could hear him blow the horn, I should say, from up here in the head of the holler, and we would be running in the wintertime trying to get down here in time so we're not late, which of course we were, because he was blowing the horn. But I mean, all of this was, it was dirt. It was dirt. And that's my cousin, Pup. He lives up there. His name's Jimmy too. Then you go past him, and my brother's house is up here. This is where we're going, to my brother's house. Up, we can see, I can't see it now, he's got a fence up. But if you head straight up that road there and go around the curve and stuff and up, that is where we lived. We lived up in the main head, on up in this holler here, what we call the main head of this holler. Nobody else above you all? Nobody else above us. We were the last house in this holler with no pavement. It was dirt everywhere. Okay, this is where I lived. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Bye.